Hi class! Today, we're going to explore the periodic table, specifically about periods and groups. By the end of this lesson, you'll be confident in locating any element and explaining what its position tells us about its behavior. Okay, before we dive into the table, let's check our learning goal for today. Our goal for today is to describe the structure of the periodic table, particularly how the periods or rows and groups or columns are arranged. By the end, kaya mo lang i-explain why certain elements share similar properties. So, hindi lang natin aalamin kung nasan ang elements pero bakit sila nandun. Pero bago tayo mag-start sa bagong topic, let's warm up with a quick review quiz. Okay class, I'll read each statement. Write T or true if you think it's true, or F, false if it is false. Number 1. The first attempt to classify the elements was made by Newlands. True or false? Number 2. Mendeleev classified elements by increasing atomic number. True or false? 3. The atomic number of elements were assigned by Moseley. True or false? Number 4. The first periodic law was proposed by the Verner. True or false? Number 5. Newlands arranged elements based on their atomic masses. Is it true or false? Write your answers sa inyong scratch papers. Mabilis lang, huwag kayong kabahan. Okay, nice effort everyone. Now, let's check and correct some common misconceptions. Here are the answers. Number 1, false. Number 2, false. Number 3, true. Number 4, false. Number 5, false. Okay, sa explanation natin, si Mendeleev actually arranged elements by atomic mass, not atomic number. Si Moseley naman, he discovered that atomic number or number of protons is the correct basis for arrangement. Si de Verner naman proposed the triads, pero di pa yun ang modern periodic law. And si Newlands naman made the law of octaves, an early step. Remember na si Johann Wolfgang ang sa law of triads, while naman si John Newlands ay para sa law of octaves, diba? So kita nyo, maraming trial and error noon bago naging modern periodic table na ating ginagamit ngayon. Now that we've reviewed the history, let's focus on today's why and how. Here are our 3 guiding questions for today. How are the elements arranged? Do we need to memorize the entire table? Hindi naman actually. Number 3. Is there a quick way to locate an element? Yes, that's where periods and groups come in. Okay, so parang roadmap ito ng chemistry. Hindi kailangan i-memorize lahat, pero dapat marunong kang magbasa ng mapa. Okay, to visualize that, let's use a simple analogy. Imagine you're in a cinema. Think about when you watch a movie sa cinema. Diba, sa seats are arranged by row and seat number. So, kapag alam mo ang row C, seat number 12, madali mo nang mahanap ang upuan mo. Ganon din ang periodic table, organized para madali nating mahanap at ma-predict ang properties ng elements. Now, let's define what this giant seating chart really is. What is the periodic table? The periodic table is basically a map of all known elements. It's arranged by atomic number, that's the number of protons, and grouped by shared properties like reactivity or whether it's a metal, non-metal, or metalloid. Why do you think it's helpful to group elements with similar properties together? Let's take a look at the full table to see what we mean. Here's the big picture. You will see the main body and the bottom, those two rows, which is the lanthanides and actinides. Hindi sila separate. Nasa period 6 and 7 sila in reality. Just move down to safe space. Now, let's go back to our cinema analogy. Each seat represents one element. Imagine, bawat seat sa sinihan ay isang element. Each has its own identity or the atomic number, location, which is the period and group, and features or the properties. So, kung saan nakaupo ang element, doon mo rin malalaman kung paano siya mag-behave. Okay, so let's start with the rows called periods. Periods are the horizontal rows of the element or of the periodic table. In our cinema example, that's like your row letter like row A, row B, and so on. When you move left to right across a period, properties gradually change. Back it, because electrons are filling the same shell. Okay, so what about our next is the columns. Groups are the vertical columns in the periodic table. Think of them like sections of seats in the cinema. Lahat ng nasa parehong section may similar features. In chemistry, elements in the same group have similar chemical behavior. Example natin dito, sodium and potassium, parehong reactive metals, or let's say magkakapatid sa group 1. Now, paano natin malalaman kung sino ang sino or through the atomic number? The atomic number works like your seat number. It tells you the number of protons unique to each element. Once you know that number, alam mo na kung saan siya sa periodic table. Now, let's connect seat numbers with how elements behave. Think of it this way. Different seats, like regular, recliner, or balcony, represent different chemical properties. That some groups are more active, others are more stable. So kung alam mo ang group, alam mo rin kung energetic ba or chill ang element. Okay, so now let's see how scientists finally arrange it all. The modern periodic table is arranged by increasing atomic number, and that's the number of protons in an atom. This rule makes everything logical and predictable. Patterns appear naturally. So let's look closer at what's actually written inside each element box. Titingnan natin kung ano ba yung nilalaman ng bawat box ng element. When you click or read an element box, you will see 4 key parts. Okay, the atomic number, the element's ID or the number of protons, and we have element symbol. It is the short code like H for hydrogen, B for boron like that, and we have element name like hydrogen, boron, carbon, oxygen, and we have average atomic mass. Okay, it is the weight mass of its isotope. So, it is yung pinaka-average ng isang atomic mass. So, kapag kabisado mo na yan, kaya mo nang magbasa ng kahit na anong periodic table. Now, let's go deeper into periods again. There are 7 periods sa periodic table. Elements in the same period have the same number of electron shells. Habang gumagalaw ka left to right, electrons fill the same shell, and their properties gradually change, like atomic size or electronegativity. Now, let's revisit the groups, this time with exact numbering. There are 18 groups according to IUPAC numbering. Elements in the same group have similar valence electron configurations, which explains why they have similar reactions. So tandaan, same group, is equals to same family behavior. Now, let's talk about those two mysterious rows we saw earlier. Ano nga ba yung dalawang yun? These are the lanthanides na may atomic number na 57 to 71 and actinides na may atomic number na 89 hanggang 103. They belong to periods 6 and 7 pero nilagay sa baba para magkasya ang table. They are called the F-block elements and many are used in special industries like making magnets, lasers, or even nuclear fuel. Now, let's test what we've learned with some elements. Here are sample answers to guide you. Si calcium na makikita sa group 2, period 4. Si carbon naman na makikita sa group 14 at nasa period 2. Si oxygen naman na nasa group 16 na makikita rin sa period 2 at si sodium na nasa group 1 at makikita sa period 3. So, the group tells you about family traits or chemical behavior while the period tells you the energy level or number of shells. Now, your turn to practice. Use your periodic table and fill out the group number and period number for the following. Number 1, si lithium. Number 2, gold. Number 3, selenium. Number 4, neon. And number 5, europium. Okay, ang prop tip natin dito is number 1, find the atomic number first. And number 2, look at the column to know the group. And number 3, look at the row to know the period. Okay, now let's reflect on what we just did. This is for you to answer the follow-up questions, which is the reflection part. Okay, number 1, was it easy or hard to find the group and period numbers and why? Number 2, why do you think it's important to know these positions? Okay, so once you understand periods and groups, the periodic table is no longer just a wall of symbols. It is a story of how elements behave. Iintindihan po ba? So kapag may question kayo, just DM me or drop a comment for your questions. Thank you for listening.